Trump to nominate close ally as Department of the Interior Secretary. Queen Camilla has shared an update on her health after contracting a chest infection that forced her to step aside from royal duties. Camilla, 77, spoke about her ongoing recovery on Tuesday during a reception for the Booker Prize Foundation at Clarence House, the royal residence a stone's throw from Buckingham Palace, where she and King Charles III live despite the palace being the monarch's official residence. The event was Camilla's first official royal engagement since the palace announced on November 5 that the Queen was cancelling all of her upcoming commitments, so she could rest and recover from a chest infection. "I'm obviously getting much better, bit of sort of coughing going on," the Queen could be heard saying in a video recorded at Tuesday's reception shared on X by DailyMail royal correspondent Rebecca English. The Queen added, "I really wanted to come." Hello viewers. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. I'm on the mend. These things always take a bit of time to get rid of. You think you got rid of it, they just sort of hang on for a bit, Camilla said in another clip while speaking with American author Percival Everett, whose book James is among those on the shortlist for this year's Booker Prize. Camilla continued, "But hopefully, I'm on the mend now. It's nice to see you again." A staunch literacy advocate, the Queen has been a long-time supporter of the Booker Prize, which held its annual awards ceremony in London Tuesday night. In 2021, during the height of the COVID pandemic, the royal consort created the Queen's Reading Room, a charity that works to celebrate and promote the power and benefits of reading and help more people find and connect with books which enrich their lives. The charity was first known as the Duchess of Cornwall's Reading Room, but changed its name after King Charles' ascension to the throne. Despite the Queen's sunny disposition at the Booker Prize event, she will not be walking the red carpet alongside King Charles at the premiere of Gladiator II in London on Wednesday, Buckingham Palace has revealed. According to People, Camilla is staying home as a precaution while she attempts to avoid added strain as she eases back into public life. Camilla ended up missing last weekend's Remembrance Day events, including the annual ceremony at the Cenotaph War Memorial in London, owing to her illness. The Queen had hoped she would be well enough in time for the events, honoring those who have fallen in service of their country, but the palace confirmed on Saturday that she needed to continue to rest and recuperate. King Charles and Queen Camilla have been busy in the past month, only recently completing a royal tour of Australia and Samoa in October. Camilla's health battle comes on the heels of a year full of medical woes for the royal family. In February, King Charles announced he was diagnosed with cancer, only to be followed by the Princess of Wales, aka Kate Middleton, sharing her own cancer diagnosis in March. Queen Camilla's heart-wrenching documentary premieres as she continues to recover from chest infection. See the new clip. As she continues to recover from a chest infection, Queen Camilla is releasing a documentary about a subject matter deeply important to her, raising awareness of domestic and sexual violence. Her new, often harrowing documentary Her Majesty the Queen, Behind Closed Doors debuts on November 11 and shows the Queen's path as she has worked to break the taboo over the issue of domestic abuse. It also reveals her empathy when she meets women and their families who have experienced domestic abuse and shows her deep understanding of the issue and the help needed for women and girls. The film, aimed at giving domestic abuse survivors a voice, will air on ITV1 in the UK. 1 in 5 adults, and a quarter of all women, in the UK experience domestic abuse in their lifetime, and it is estimated that around 3 women die by suicide as a result of domestic abuse every week. In the 90-minute film, Camilla, 77, meets survivors of domestic abuse and talks to the support workers helping give women a new start. As she does, Camilla speaks candidly about what has motivated her over the last decade. One of the most difficult things about domestic abuse to understand, it's not the bruises and the black eyes, which unfortunately you see, through violence. This is something that creeps up very slowly and, far too often, it ends up with women being killed, Camilla said in the documentary. You meet somebody, You think they're wonderful and attractive and love you, and then, bit by bit, they start to undermine you. They take away your friends, they take away your family, and then when you start questioning it, these people become very violent, she continued. Of one never-before-seen private meeting with Diana Parks, whose daughter, Joanna Simpson, was killed by her estranged husband, Camilla said, "I think she's so strong, because not many people would be able to survive the death of their daughter. I admire her more than I can say." The film was unveiled to many of the contributors and supporters at a special screening at Buckingham Palace. There, Hetty Barkworth-Nanton, who was a friend of Joanna Simpson, and is now chair of the charity Refuge, tells people, "Firstly, with every single survivor that I've seen her talk to, it's not about the cameras. She does it privately because she genuinely cares and she genuinely wants them to be at ease. Secondly, honestly, they come out of the conversation with her absolutely buzzing, and they're buzzing because they were helped to feel very comfortable talking about a very difficult thing," Barkworth-Nanton continues. "But also because they've spoken to the Queen and the Queen listened and showed she cared. You can't put a price on the difference that makes for survivors, because it lifts them up and they keep going. It's incredible. It helps them to realize that they can hold their head up high, they don't need to feel shame. That's all part of repairing. These women have sometimes gone through decades of being made to feel utterly worthless. So just meeting the Queen and talking about what happened is part of the journey. And takes them further along the journey in terms of starting to feel some real self-esteem and worth," she adds. "It doesn't matter that she's the Queen and that woman probably is at the lowest point in her life in terms of how she feels about herself," Barkworth-Nanton says. "And they come together as equals and, having come together as equals, it's easier to then ask the questions and help to bring them out of themselves because they feel safe. She helps them to feel safe." Also featured is actor Sir Patrick Stewart, who talks about witnessing his father's violence against his mother. The film also follows the Queen as she celebrates International Women's Day at Buckingham Palace and concludes with a small reception for a group of survivors who also tell their story in the documentary. One of those was Rehema Muthamia, Britain's first black Miss England in 2021, who entered the contest to help raise the issue to the audience of that pageant. "She was acknowledging us," Muthamia tells people. "Showing that it mattered to her and acknowledging those of us who have been through it, and have gone through the journey." Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.